Hi, I'm Greg from RVHaulers. At RVHaulers, we don't just work on heavy-duty trucks. Behind us, we've got an example of a medium-duty truck that we are customizing for a customer that's going to be using this to professionally haul RVs all over North America. What's cool about this one is check out the sleeper. This one has a fridge, sleeping area, table, cooking facilities. It's an extended medium-duty M2 class truck. If you'd like to see the inside and also see what we're doing to this really long RV hauler, join us in this video. Yep, she's pretty long. As you can see, this M2 had originally a large service body on this truck, and we've removed that. And what we're going to be doing is actually shortening this long fella. It's named Stretch for obvious reasons. So we're going to be modifying a bunch of drive shaft configurations. We're going to be installing some different hitch systems on top of this truck. And in the interim, I'm also going to take you on a tour inside this truck to show you what a cool sleeper this is. We've got mechanical repairs we're going to be doing to this truck that are going to be necessary for it to pass a commercial inspection. Certainly it's going to need some new tires. We're going to be shortening it. And what's interesting is this customer is going to be hauling a ship she trailer. So this is a long trailer designed for towing multiple trailers up on top, RVs, bumper pull trailers up on top of the deck. So check out ship she. And obviously it's really long, so we're going to be removing a number of the drive shafts in here, and it's going to have a commercial hitch installed. And as well, we're installing a custom bumper pull trailer back into this place. They'll be getting a brake controller, of course, wiring conversion. What we also do at RVHaulers is we tag team with our customers. So many times we've got customers that are pretty handy themselves, and in this case the customer is going to be taking some of these projects on himself, but he's brought it to us for kind of the heavy lifting stuff and more of the custom work. Let's get started. Well, as you can see, we tidied up the shop for you folks. This is what it looks like when you're working. Let's give you an update on how things are progressing and what we're doing to this medium duty truck. We've got the whole gang here. We got Amy doing some tidying up there. We've got Rob and Spencer. And what's going on with this truck, of course, is we have unbolted, which was nice. This wasn't a torch job. We were able to unbolt the frame from the frame, and we were able to roll this axle forward. And we are just in the midst of getting things placed. So you can see we've got the torque arm drilled and mounted. Temporarily, we have the hangers in place. By the way, every time we do this, we have all brand new hardware. So there's all the brand new frame grade 8 hardware that's going to be replacing those bolts. And the guys are just doing some grooming of lines. So you can imagine all of these lines were super long. So they've been cut back and shortened and reattached. And part of the calculations that we really have to agonize over is driveline angles. So you can see the front of the rear axle, the yoke is right there. And for this one, we had to, there's a drive shaft that comes from way up there, and it comes to about here to this hanger bearing. And we couldn't do one drive shaft from here all the way up there because it would have been way too long. And what happens is long drive shafts will wobble. There's some specific specs that we're allowed to work within. So we had to place this hanger bearing here, and we've made a shorty drive shaft. Is it here? Oh, can you pull that out, Spencer? So this is essentially a brand new drive shaft. New U-joints, balanced, nice short guy. But what happens in the end is the angles between our U-joints are all within spec. We can't have a drive shaft that's too crooked because it puts too much stress on the U-joints. You also can't have it perfectly straight because then they don't work. So there's certain degrees that we're allowed to work within, and it's also dependent upon the rotation speed as well. No, Spencer is nodding. Yep, he's got it all figured. Don't worry. So the other things we'll be doing is we've got this huge heavy spec bumper pull that's going to be put up into this frame, and you can see that white line. That's where this frame is going to get torched and shortened to, but it's coming along. Lots of head scratching, but it's coming along. You know how we cleaned up the shop for you? Well, we didn't really. Well, I'm really excited to be able to show you the inside of this medium duty truck. But before we do so, Amy's doing a little bit of tidying. We'll get that taken care of. We'll just do a little bit of tidying and quick clean. And let's take you inside and show you how the cool configuration of this extended sleeper.
Eyes. What? Just give it a wiggle and it'll probably fall off. Yep.
Rob, say boom.
Boom, boom, boom.
Here we are inside. Let's check out back. So a really cool sofa system. That's a jackknife sofa. You can see the fold-out mechanism. So you lift the front of that seat and it folds nice and flat. So there's a really quick bed to the left behind the passenger seat. It's a sink. TV above. And look at the huge freezer fridge. I'll swing the camera around. Starting from the driver position, cabinetry and a little kitchen counter, microwave above with some additional storage to the left. And I'll point out too, there is a second berth or bed above, so that's a standard single size mattress location up there, and more storage up above. It's got a fantastic fan right here, so we've got some exhaust, nice lighting, and obviously the table folds out for a seating position. While we're lounging here in the back of this RV hauler, I want to show you something really, really neat. I want to thank the Ridge for partnering with me in this video. This is a wallet that I've actually been watching for quite some time. I've been watching a few of the YouTube channels that I subscribe to, and I had an opportunity to see these, and it's interesting. I had this in my favorites, and Ridge contacted me and asked if I would take a look at a couple of these Ridge wallets. And of course, it was Father's Day coming up pretty soon here, and I was pretty keen. I chose to get one for myself, and what I really, really like, obviously I am not a hand model. The hands get pretty dirty and greasy and whatnot, And where I started from was I had the old grandpa wallet, right? I had the old one that had, you know, lots of slots in here, and, you know, actually I found that some of my credit cards and things like that would fall out sometimes. It didn't hold on to them very well. And of course, with the RFID issues that we have here with people scanning cards, I was really interested to get one. And when Ridge contacted me, I absolutely jumped at it. I'm really, really happy with how this works. So gaining access to the cards, I think it holds up to 12 cards, and it's really easy to fan them out. Even with me and my mechanic's fingers, I can get out any of the cards that I want. I chose, there's a couple options for the money clip on the back. I went with the more of the traditional money clip. I changed it out, really easy to do. There's another one that has more of a fabric cover, if that's to your liking. What I liked about the clip was sometimes I have receipts, you know, I'm buying fuel and I'm able to slide my receipts in there really quickly. But I am really impressed. It also looks really cool. So it went from this grandpa wallet to this, and I really like it. Now I'm going to show you something really cool. I was very excited to get this, so I got one for my wife. This is her Ridge. So she likes the same money clip on the back. She's got quite a few cards in there. It expands as much as you want, but this is what she started with. So she has abandoned the lady's wallet, and she now carries this. I think that's pretty impressive. If you're interested, down in the description, I've got a link to Ridge. There's also what Ridge has offered us here at RVHaulers is a 15% discount. So the RVHaulers discount here on the screen is accessible to you, and I encourage you to go check out the Ridge wallet. I know it's Father's Day coming up. You can buy one for yourself, but also why don't you get like his and hers? Get one for your wife too. I think you'll be surprised. Back to our tour. So here's what we've set up for Wilfred. We got the commercial hitch installed for him. We sandblasted and commercially coated those LED light boxes. We've left the very cool bumper pull hitch wrapped in plastic just to make sure there was no chance of a scratch. You can see we've done our usual job of wiring. We've been really careful with our grounds. Everything is actually soldered inside of here and connected and wrapped very carefully, even shrink wrap inside all of those. All with plugs inside so you can replace lights pretty easily. This truck didn't come with a slide mechanism, so we created one ourselves. This is a permanent line that runs from the air tanks, and when Wilfred wants to activate the slide mechanism, release the dogs that hold this in place, he can use this brass shutoff valve. Right now the valve is closed, of course. You can open that up, apply air to the hitch, slide it as he needs, and lock it again by turning it off. So Wilfred's taking care of some mud flaps and some tires, and however, it's ready to roll.